Hey you, I felt like recording a new video. This time, to tell you more about the latest upgrades that happened in our last Egypt journey and to give you the message and what the upgrade that went through there truly created. The message that is needed now for us to continue to move forward in this beautiful evolution and more of truth coming through. So I'm super happy to share with you. For those who don't know me, I'm Sophie and I'm a frequency holder for Living Light. It's a very high technology and activation of the pure light inside of you, life force, essence of the divine. And yeah, it's been creating miracles along the last years. I've been super blessed to become a teacher, an initiator, opening different facilitator trainings and upgrade initiations for facilitators around the most magical places in the world: Bali, Egypt, Mexico, Greece, and more. So, yeah, background with this energy, it's always been about evolution. It's always been about remembering who we are, remembering the divine beings that we are, but at such a core level that every new layer that we strip away of illusion, of limitation, every sheddings that we do is allowing a new octave of the frequency. It's allowing a new upgrade to come through. And so, along the years of me being in devotion to this mission and helping many, many people re-access their own magic inside through that technology of Heka Living Light, I had, the assignment and the invitation to let go and let go and let go even deeper. And through those letting goes and through observing the field, observing the connections that were happening in people coming into my fields and my sessions, all of that, it just brought through so much, so much to learn from about the multidimensional reality, about the subtle realm, about our magic and our capacities when we reconnect to them, so much about who we are at the core of us, of creation, and so much about the limited perceptions and the limited stories we sometimes fall into. And so it has all been such a journey of remembrance and coming back to sovereignty, of wisdom. It's a journey of wisdom because we're learning so much about the truth and what is not true. And it's infinite. It's really infinite. There are so many things I want to share, but I think I will start by saying a little bit of what happened in Egypt. Every new training I give gives us an upgrade because we come to surrender as a collective, as a group. And working in a group around with the same intention and around the same topic or mission, it is so much more powerful than working alone. So every time we gather as councils, as groups, toward the same purpose, something more can happen, something more can land. And if that group acts in full devoted surrender, holy moly, then the upgrades are so divine and so magical and come to blow our minds open to new truth. So this is what happened. It was the second time we gathered for level 2 in Egypt. So level 2 is where I welcome only facilitators, people that already are holding this space for others, that are already Life Force Kundalini Activation Facilitator or Heka Facilitators. And so I call them to come and receive the upgrade from the living light that the Heka technology carries, because it is a very pristine and advanced technology of our own godliness that is infused in the life force activation process that we all work with. And so going in Egypt, in that devoted surrendered place, we are all receiving a massive upgrade individually for our mission, for our purpose, a realignment, a reharmonization. The channels are opening to the highest source of our own soul. So the guidances that are coming through are incredibly just and right, and they are with a lot of, they are very abundant for the future. But one thing that is always true as well is that there is an upgrade for the frequency itself. There's an upgrade. We are together allowing the new octave of the living light technology, the living light activation, life force activation technology, to be upgraded. And this time it was all about returning home, returning to the essence of it, bringing it back to the center of the pristineness, the pure essence, and the pure transmission of God frequency that it truly is. Because along many years of working with it, well, just like everything in life, there is human distortions creeping in. And yeah, I've observed it all around our community, and yeah, the Kundalini activation community. A lot of us have felt it. I've had countless people coming to me saying, oh my God, I was in a Kundalini activation session and it just felt so wrong. It felt so forceful. It felt really wrong. I felt some dense energies, and I had to get out of there. Countless people with the same information. And so this is something not to blame on anyone, not to point fingers at, but truly to discern, to understand, okay, we are being shown something here. There is ways of using these technologies that have been done in distorted and in the denser way, that have been done maybe from a lower intention level, or a low sovereignty level, because sometimes it's very unconscious, the distortions and the way they come. And so in an unconscious way, not being all powerful inside of ourselves, with recognizing truth and choosing the purest light for ourselves and for our spaces, then sometimes we can actually unconsciously allow the distortions to creep in. And this is something that has come to my awareness countless times, with people recognizing that the Heka activations were holding such a pure frequency. It was really simple. It was really natural. It felt like a true coming home, and really no force at all. And it was feeling like they could connect in a soft yet powerful way to their divinity and remembrance of who they are. So I was already observing these different paradigms that were, yeah, just being created and living on the in the world at the moment. But there was something just more in the collective that needed to be rewired. It needed to be reclaimed from the places inside of each of us, and from the entire activation session place. And so during this journey with the 12 amazing heart-led leaders and Heka facilitators that came to this one pilgrimage, it is not a new frequency that we upgraded to. It's the return to the original one. So we came back to the original frequency, way beyond the noise, way beyond the stories that we or other people or the collective had created above it, and that it could be felt in the space. It could feel so much noise before that. And all of a sudden, when we entered the space together after 24 hours, just 24 hours in our 12-day journey, it had happened. We all felt it. It was like the original God frequency, the truest source light had came through in the space, flooding in and kind of dissipating all the noises, dissipating all the doubts, all the things that might have been in the collective field of it. It was quite exceptional for me to witness, because the way it was moving, and that was the first time I would see it this way in this session. And it's been 4 years of opening sessions all the time, countless. But this time, a new way of a new feeling, a new current was moving through. And it was like this white liquid current, a white liquid current moving from our hearts into the space. It was something so magical and pristine. There is no better word than this one, because it felt like the Holy Spirit. It felt like holy light came back in the center. The one that had always been here before the collective interference, before the pressure that we might have put on this divine activation. It felt like the return back to truth, and it felt like home. For me, it felt like, oh, this is what I know so well. This is where it all began, where when I started to serve and to devote myself to the mission, this exact current this is what I felt. This is what was moving me, what was motivating me. This is the only thing actually that was moving through me, because I didn't have any knowledge or anything really from my mind back in the day a few years ago. So it truly felt like a return to original essence. And wow, the gift that emanates from that. Well, I can tell you that the group was moving in such synergy. It felt like we became one. We kind of merged together. If you guys have seen the series Sense 8, we sometimes refer to it when we were together there, because it did feel like that. It felt like we were connected together in such a deep way. And yet, something very true is that we were all so in tune and in expression of our own authenticities. Like, we were so ourselves, and everyone was so different, and you could see it clearly. No one was trying to compare each other, or to be someone that they are not, or to be more like this or like that. It was just the most natural thing in the world to be fully expressed in who we are, yet fully merged in a way that I don't even have the words for that. So it was this graceful way of oneness, but also authentic unicities. And to us, it felt like the new earth. We all felt like this was a template we were given, and a gift we were given, a template for the new earth that we were actually living. And it all happened because we came back into pure light, and we didn't allow anything else to make any other noise. We came back to the most beautiful silence and beautiful melody of this living light moving through us. And I'm speaking about this noise because 2025 especially, and the years before that as well, it had been a year of shedding. It had been a year of seeing through the different densities of our world, of ourselves, of our life, the things we allow, the moments where we fall short on our own power or on our own values. And we had shed so much, all of us together, right? Or the whole humanity. And now it felt like we were given this template when pure holy light came back in the center, dissipating all the noise, all the densities, bringing back the truth. And we were given that gift of experiencing it, because the 12 days after that, we were just basking in it. And whenever densities were trying to creep in, like life, does, and human experience does, well, the return and I would say, the holding of this frequency, the holding of ourselves and each other in this holy light, in this pure living light, it would just allow the dissipation to happen naturally. So it's the path of the non-effort. It is so effortless to come back to who we are. It's so effortless to choose light. Light is light. And this is a strong message I am meant to carry now. And that's why I'm saying it in this way. But we truly get stuck in stories. This is, I think, our biggest challenge in this human experience, our own stories. And I know that for the spiritual communities out there, I'm part of it, we have broke through a first matrix. We've broke through a first matrix because we felt entrapped. We felt like it was wrong. And so we needed to break free from that. When we broke free, it felt amazing. It felt like liberation. It felt like everything was possible. And so a lot of us actually connected to each other, moved to spiritual community places, and enjoyed life. And then slowly, we created new stories. We created stories that still keep us in limitation, in limited behaviors. We created stories that sometimes give our own power away to other forces. We give our power away to astrology. We give our power away through oracle messages. We give our power away to friends who channeled a message for us. We give our power away to the fact that our karma has been that, and during the last past life regression, my life was that. So this explains this and this and that. Well, all those things are not wrong, but when they have us lose our power to choose right now who we are, what we embody, and what we decide to live, then there are a problem. Then they become a limitation. And this is where there's a true reclamation of the godliness that we are, that is happening right now. And our journey in Egypt is a template. It's an example of that. It's an expression of that. It's an unconditional return to light, to pure heart that is inside of us. Unconditional, meaning there is nothing else, no stories, no smart explanations, no amazing person that I love that tell me something, nothing that can bring it down, nothing that can dim this light anymore, nothing that can creep in and take me down. So it is a reclamation for us to return in that light, because this is the power. This is our sovereignty to choose who we are, to choose this light. And I see so much more clearly now the ways that I allowed distortions to creep in my life. I see so clearly every time that I didn't trust myself, or I didn't put my light at the top corner of every decision, every movement. I see all the moments where I allowed the density to creep in. And it's every time moments where I doubted myself. Every time it's moments where I didn't trust the truth that was emanating from my heart, which was very often incredibly light and uplifting. So all the moments we allow a story that is a little bit heavy, or a story that is not inspiring us, every time we allow those stories to take over, it's a moment that we are not bulletproof anymore. Being bulletproof, it's emanating our light to the most. It's trusting and radiating this light in everything that we are, everything that we do, every space that we open. And it's okay to have forgotten that at times, because it helps us remember every time we give our power away to whatever it is. And sometimes it's quite innocent, but still it creates some shakiness, and it creates some interference and misalignments. And so we must look at them now. It's okay to have done that. It's just our journey. And maybe we will continue at times, but we must look at them, look at those moments, and look exactly what happened. And then we must look at all the moments where it was just graceful, where things felt so aligned, harmonious, open, expanded, and really good, and happy and nourishing. And what created those? What kind of inner posture, what kind of inner trust and inner confidence in your own purity, in your own light? Because inherently, this is the only thing that we can do. It's choosing the frequency that we're holding, choosing the field that we're holding. And so I can hold a frequency of confusion. I've had in the past, especially this past year. I was confused about so many things because nothing made sense anymore. And I was questioning many things. And so my mind was stuck in confusion. And instead of going straight to my heart and in the remembrance of who I am, and then just sit there in that altar and allow my mind to be reminded of truth emanating from there, I decided to stay stuck in confusion. And confusion brought more misalignments. It brought more of that confusion, which would then, with quite challenges, allow me to finally see it, finally see the truth. And so it is all a blessing, because we are just all meant to return to our God sovereignty inside. And it is great. It's what we're doing. And I am sharing here that this is the upgrade that came through from the living light activation frequency, from our journeys with the facilitators. And I can share with you that I know you've lived it, and you probably are living it even lately with the new energies coming through. But one, it's an amazing feeling inside of yourself when you feel like nothing can touch you. Of course, things can touch you in life, but you know what I mean. It's like nothing can bring you down. There is no energy out there that can harm you, because you are so much connected to pure light, to God, Goddess, to source frequency, and that this is all love. It's pure love, pure light. And so nothing can trespass this. They all get dissipated into this field of love that you are not just holding, but now becoming. So that is one thing. But the second thing is that living that as a community, as humanity, well, in our level 2 in Egypt, just a few weeks ago, we had that opportunity and it was glorious. It felt so good, so easy. The amount of unconditional love that came from such a grounded place while we were living incredible experiences of divine emergence and gifts coming back online and like this really spiritual activation, but from the most grounded place, from the most loving place. And everyone kept their heart open because it was so easy and so safe, because our space was safe in this way, because it was the purest light just holding us in their arms. That is exceptional, and that is where we're going. So I'm sharing this with you in a very authentic, raw way, because I need to speak how it is. I need us to know that this is the way. We don't have to stay stuck in halfway stories around the divinity and life on earth. We can choose the highest path and just reconnect with the truest light of the divine here and now and every moment of our life, and then move forward with that. When we hold this field of pure God source frequency, when light leads, everything aligns. Nothing, no stories, no one, no old behaviors that are very often disempowering are leading. None of that anymore. We become bulletproof to the pains of the past because we come back into this light. And it might sound abstract a little bit when I speak about it this way, or it might sound so relatable because you have felt it in the last meditation, in the last moment with a loved one, or in your last initiation with life. Well, what I can share is also that the living light activation, what I call Heka technology, is holding this template. It's holding this template for us to remember it. So if you want to remember it in this way, if you feel the calling to have a session, please come to a living light activation with me, with one of the facilitators. They're all on my website, because this is a direct experience of your own truth. It's a direct, embodied, felt, sensational experience of everything I just shared. And it will speak more than words. It's very important for us to reconnect to that. So, whatever ways work for you, this frequency is out there. It's not just Heka, it's not just living light, it's the truth of who we are. The work that I'm working with, the technology that I'm working with, is a space holder, it's a vessel for that. But this frequency is the Christ consciousness that is coming back now on earth for humanity, for the new golden era that is already here and that is building more and more. So it is available. It's available for you, for us, for everyone out there, and many, many ways that it will come through. It's already coming through in many ways. So please listen to your guidance. Just know that this is available, this returning our wholeness into this light and creating from there and being aligned in the miracle consciousness from there, because leaving from that place truly opens you up to miracles. You cannot live here if you haven't surrendered your past self. You cannot live in that grace place that I'm talking about if you haven't surrendered your past stories, or some of the egoic ways that are keeping us stuck in old patterns. So it is from true devotional surrender that we can access it, and it will keep coming to us. So it is through divine surrender that we can access it. And one of my biggest teachings for you out there is empowered surrender. When we do surrender this way, we return to our real power. And from that surrendered place, miracles happen. Yes, true miracles, because our minds that are so brilliant, but yet a little bit limited compared to the mind of the one, the source consciousness, well, we become again available, spacious to receive the inputs, the synchronicities, and the true magic that is alive in this life. So more magic happens, more synchronicities, more serendipity moments, more omens, yeah, more opportunities, more alignments with like-hearted souls. Life becomes magic when we make space for it. And this is where we're going. I think this is very important for me to remind again that this is already here. Everything I'm sharing is the direct experience of what was always meant to happen and to come. But now it's here and it's happening. And this is how I'm experiencing it personally. And this is how we are experiencing it in the Heka Living Light world. And so I'm so happy to share it with you. And I honestly, I would love to hear if you want to share in the comments how it's happening for you. How are you feeling it? And I know there is challenging moments. I am not talking about the that it's all easy and all perfect all of a sudden. There is challenges, but living challenges from this light place changes everything. It gives us so much more ease into it, and very often more ease to acceptance, to letting go, to understanding, and to being grateful. There's another way that we can explain this, and this is what happened for us in Egypt during this level 2 training. It's that we are becoming luminous. So our physical bodies are catching up and they are being completely activated and self actualized into the new light body, the light body that holds the full template of Christ consciousness, of holy oneness, unity, pure love, light, the golden essence that this new golden era will have everywhere. So it is our light bodies that are being activated. This is what we're doing also with the living light activation. It's helping the physical bodies and every system in between, the energetic, emotional, mental, the subtle, all of these bodies to actually self-attune, self-actualize to the truth of who we are. So we are reclaiming back the divinity in a very, very material, physical, embodied way. It's groundbreaking. And I'm so grateful. You know, this entire work, I think I told it maybe at the beginning, but we don't do it for just us when we were in Egypt, right? For the 12 people. When we do this work in total surrender and we allow the Holy Spirit to come back in the center, it's infusing all the lands and it's rippling out in all over the world, actually. So it is accessible to everyone, even the one specific upgrade that we allowed through our surrender there. This is available to everyone. And the work is being felt. I had so many of you actually come to me in message in Instagram and other place that you felt it. You said like you could feel the work that we were doing. That's something super precious and holy happened and you could know it. This is exactly what I'm talking about, the level of merging, the level of telepathy, the new languages, the new communication that happen between us all when we start to drop deeper and surrender deeper and listening more refinedly to the field, to light, to life, to love. This is what happens. We actually are connected no matter where we are, even if you're not in the training with us, but somehow you feel the connection from soul to soul, something we cannot explain, but our souls are very happy about. Well, you are feeling it. You are receiving the upgrade. That is the magic that we've been talking about. It's beyond the mind, and it's going to blow our minds on and on and on and on until, yeah, we realize that there's a whole well, a Pandora box that we open, a holy grail from within that is available. It's already here. It only takes us to surrender all the stories, especially the denser one that keeps us down and that disempower us, to come back into the holy light. You can speak the names. You can speak the names of the holy light, of white light, of God, Goddess. You can speak the names of the 100% pure light. Please call that in your prayers. Please call that in your heart. Merge with that at night. Ask it to embrace you and to help you remember love, remember light, and to become what we have always meant to be. We are all being upgraded right now. The pure Sophia Christ consciousness, the holy light of our own soul. And we're here now to discern and to choose purity in everything, every way, every space. It is already inside of you. You can choose it and be free. and it is completely independent of any religion or dogma. I'm talking of the truth of the divine inside of you, not any um, conditioned story around it, really. It's time to return to purity, and more the experience of that, at least in my line of work, in the initiation journeys I create and the spaces I hold for others, it's so less about the technique. It's truly an initiation from the divine that you live in person, that you live in your body, in your every cells, and that allows an awakening. Wow, just beyond anything else. And it's important to remind that there is nothing else involved than your energy, nothing else involved than your own pure energy. No medicine, no plants, nothing. It's just you. And through your pure energy, everything is known, everything is remembered. The most holy, divine events and experiences and mystical moments can happen through your surrender to your own magic. This is how we are creating the new earth together, by returning to God inside, by returning to pure magic and allowing it to burst out in beautiful ways of service, of mission, of your authentic self and expression. That's what we're doing. I feel very inspired by what happened in Egypt. I feel like, yeah, it was finally, wow, I've never felt so peaceful. Every journey, every training is so beautiful. And I fall in love with all the people every time. And every time there's a new upgrade, and it's so magical. But this time it was like we anchored a new way of being in a space together, in that super powerful energy space together. And it felt incredibly right and soft and the most natural thing. And again, the level of connection and merging and love between people, and then the creation that emanates from that. Wow, that is divine. And that's what I wish for all of us, to feel at peace, to feel in love, to feel incredibly light and protected by light, to feel so safe in this light, and to feel like everything is possible. Everything is possible. Everything is possible because we are infinite, and we're finally reclaiming it from a light is light perspective, from an embodied light body that is becoming infinite itself, from your capacity that are becoming infinite as well, and from your beautiful mind that is always willing to surrender and to be in service of your heart, of your true soul light. So, yeah, may we continue to meet in those surrendered, empowered places. May we continue to weave even more magical, energetic freedom and encounters and understandings. And may we enjoy all the divine unfolding and the weaving that the holy light is doing for all of us, for our greatest good as individuals, and for the greatest good of this new earth, this new crystalline, beautiful planet we are all building together. I really hope this lands in you just like it has landed in us. You're so welcome in any of these places. Again, I don't know, maybe for some it might seem really abstract or just words, words, words. And I know I speak a lot of the same words, but it's truly a frequency behind, and I'm sure you can feel it. And again, it's really beyond. I know that sometimes using different words, it can be linked to, yeah, old paradigms or limitations that we don't really like religious terms or dogmatic. But it's beyond that. It's just, I'm talking about the divinity that we are and the immense creators that we are. Every thought, every emotion, every choice creates our reality, our life day to day. Every choice of reaction creates our relationships. So when we choose to only listen and speak the light, that changes things. And you don't have to do it alone, because everything I'm sharing here is what is already all around us. It's already here. We just need to open up to it. It's already inside your heart. You have the purest heart possible. Don't let it be dimmed and lessened by the stories of fearful minds. It's not your place anymore. You're a sovereign being and you get to create a whole new world. Thank you for being here. I wish you a wonderful year of 2026. I have a feeling this one will be filled with opportunities for us to experience more of this beauty, this light, and this new world. I love you so much. See you soon.